Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Beer stuff. Garage beer stuff. Garage beer. This is a classic small batch brewed light beer. 4% alcohol by volume, 95 calories. I've heard of this beer. I haven't had it yet. I saw it. I originally saw it, actually, and it kind of caught my eye because there's this dude going around with a sign that says like $20. I bet you $20 that I could chug a beer faster than you, and if I don't, then you get $100 or something like that. It was something along those lines. It was some kind of like viral thing. Do we still say viral? You kind of feel like Danny DeVito in like Always Sunny with a virus. Philly, Always Sunny. Connection. We'll talk about that. Anyway, I saw that and I thought it was funny, so I saw a bunch of those videos. I'm pretty sure that was garage beer. And then, I saw it on, like, not necessarily out and about, but I saw it bits and blobs here and there. But recently, the Kelsey brothers, more importantly, the Jason of Kelsey's, the Philly of Kelsey's. Not that, the other Kelsey, he matters too, Travis, but I'm a Jason Kelsey guy. Anyway, they invested in this company, so yeah. Here we go. We're going to review it. Garage beer. Like I said, it's a light lager, 4%, 95 calories, 3 carbs. It says, this is the side of the can where beer brands tell you their story. But we thought you would rather just drink a beer with your buddies. Garage beer is light, refreshing, and made with the highest quality ingredients. But what makes it great are the times we get to crack a few with our friends. Keep it light. Cheers. Ooh, we get a date. We get a date of... this is from March. We are now in August of 2024. I mean, for light lager, I'm not going to sit here and get like too hot and bothered about dating. But I appreciate they actually put a date on a can. Didn't expect that, so kudos to them for doing so. But Philly. Talking about Philly. We're doing Beer Tube Palooza in Philly this year. And it's funny enough because I actually reached out to Jason Kelsey and be like, hey, man. Want to review some garage beer together? Just, part of the company. Hey, man, it could be fun. We'll be in Philly. We're good people. Didn't hear back, unfortunately. Not that I expected to hear back, but if you watch this, reach back out to me, Jason. But we're going to be doing the Beer Tube Palooza in Philly, and we got this bomb place. Like, literally locked it down today. It's going to be, the 12th, 13th, 14th, around that range of October. And my buddy Joe from NAPA Beer Reviews, old shuttered YouTube channel. He's now a brewer at Levante Brewing. He's doing the whole thing, or he's organizing the whole thing, and he got this crazy cribs level stuff. Way nicer than we should be allowed to stand, so I'm super excited. Anyway, beer. Label-wise, I actually do like the label. It very much has that kind of like your baseball logo-y kind of fonty, like, Guardians kind of text to it, so I can dig on that. And it's simplistic. Not going to hate on simplistic. I can always dig on it. This is their light beer. I don't know that they have like a regular non-light beer. I know they have a lime one. I saw that there too. I decided to go with this one first, so we'll see what's what. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Give it a whirl. Let that head come back. It's not too shabby because honestly, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. It's got a subtle haze to it. Again, we're not talking about turbid IPA haze here, but we're talking about like macro lager typically has this ultra refined, ultra centrifuged out, whatever you want to call it, kind of clearness to it. And this has a little bit of soft haze to it, something you typically expect from kind of like a craft beer joint. So that's pretty cool. Soft straw color, what you'd expect from a kind of macro light lager. And that weight is like could be head. Let's see if we can get a nose. Yeah. It be a light lager. Getting a little sweetness out of this that comes outside of Grainville. So I could see there being a Pilsner malt sweetness to this, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit of sake, a little bit of Gracie sweetness to it, so it could be not just a core 4. I'm not hating on it. It's light lager. You want to put a little corn around, like I get peeved at it. But it has that little soft sweetness that you get a little bit elevated beyond what you typically get from grains. It's definitely not a corn vibe to me. It comes off very much more like rice. Kind of makes sense for light lager. I think you can kill calories and all that stuff with that adjunct. Anyway, and on the other side of things, there is a bittering here. It's not too huge. It's not like Czech level bittering, but what you come to expect from like a macro lager. More specifically, something like if you're going to get from like High Life or something like that. Keep in mind, that's not like a light beer. That's not a low-calorie light beer. You're getting that here, so that's kind of a bonus. So, yeah, nice little nose on it. Clean, nothing negative. Let's see what's what. Cheers, y'all. There is a bitter in here. Again, I check level bittering on it, but you're definitely get a bitter in here. A nice pop, a little tiny bittering. Again, it's tiny beer, so it's appropriate for its ABV and style. And aside of things, you do get that sweetness. There's definitely a slightly toasted kind of Pilsner malty thing going on here, but you do get that little bit of grainy, racy sake thing. Nothing huge. There's a nice complement between the back and forth, the way the beer comes off from the sweetness to the hop presence. Again, we're talking 4%. We're talking low ABV. We're not trying to be like some kind of Euro pills here. Second sip, definitely still retains some of that bittering. It's a ripper. It's a chugger. It's garage beer. I would call it lawnmower beer, but again, garage beer definitely kind of makes sense of this too. And, you know, listen, I've had infinitely worse at this kind of style and ABV. It's not bad. You give me a cooler full of these, and we're at a barbecue, we're ripping some beers, we're playing some golf, we're doing whatever. Actually, probably disc golf at this point in my life. Or, you know what I mean, just chilling. Ripping some beers, and it kind of says that on the can. Is it manufactured? Is it corporate? I don't know. I didn't look into the background of it. You know, you have NFL investors, so I assume there's a bit of heft to the place. I don't know what their roots actually are, if they're owned by some big conglomerate or not. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not beyond that. You know how I love my Jenny Cream Ale, I love my Miller High Life, along with all the hazies, along with all the craft beer. And this is really nice. I mean, I think I paid $7 for a 6-pack of Pounders. So keep that in mind. It's not like a 6-pack of small ones. That competes with. That's what I pay for a pounder, a 6er pounder High Life. You know what I mean? So it's in the price point where I think it kind of works, and it's a really tasty beer. I'm really curious to see what their other stuff actually. The beer one. It's a really tasty beer for what it is. Again, you need to think like Michelob Ultra at this point. We're not even thinking about High Life. That's the comparison for this beer. Miller Lite, those kind of beers. I probably take this off of over a bulk of those, to be perfectly honest with you. And just a fun ripper, chugger, done and done. It's one of the better light lagers that I've ever had. Yeah, because it's just, you know, there's few and far between in that realm. So there's no off flavor. It's really crisp, really clean, chuggable. Price points there. Yeah. Value and availability, like I said, I think it's $7 a 6-pack. I want to say it's sub $20 a 24-pack maybe. I forget. I'm gonna have to pick up some of their other stuff, see what else they got besides the lime one. I'm curious about the lime one, if it's like a lime-a-rita as opposed to like a lime lager. Anyway. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you want to just rip beers, rip them and save a little bit waistline, stuff like that. Don't think you're gonna go wrong that bad with this thing. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Down there if you want to talk about it. Garage Beer. Have you had their beers? Do they have like a wide swath run the gamut of beers? I don't know. Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff. Let's talk about it down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoying a little bit of low ABV lager rippers right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.